Hey, what's going on, guys? So we are here coming to you late at night. Um, Go ahead and hit me up in the chat if you like. But right now, tonight, we're going to do a very short video made even shorter by the fact that I'm not going to do the downloads along with Alex. So this is day number 3 in our series where we're just going along with Alex Freberg's free data analytics bootcamp. This is the third video in the series. So video number 1 we did a couple of days ago, and Alex just introduced the bootcamp, basically explained the rationale behind it. And then yesterday we did number 2, where he talked through his game plan. This was like a few weeks back before he decided to do the free bootcamp, and was just talking about the skills that you need to master to be a data analyst in 2023. And so now we're getting into the heart of it, and we're going to start with the first skill he recommends, which is SQL or SQL, if you choose to pronounce it that way, or Squirrel. Shout out to my buddies in Team Squirrel. Structured query language, of course, is the way that we retrieve data in organized fashion from a database. So without further ado, let's kick it off with Alex. This video actually goes way back, like 2+ years before he had his little, his little jingle at the start and end of his videos and all that sort of stuff. Apologize about the lighting. I am still at my father-in-law's house, and today I've got to be on my laptop because I had to download a couple of programs I can't put on my work computer. So you just got to bear with me. Tomorrow I will be back in my house, in my home office, man cave, and so we'll have the good lighting and the good sound and all of that sort of stuff. But we're still roughing it today. Let's go, Alex. What do you got?
What's going on, everybody? My name is Alex Freberg, and in today's video, we're going to be starting on basics of SQL series. Now, in this series, we're going to be going over everything you need just to get started, and then in future videos, we're going to be going over some intermediate concepts and some more advanced concepts. And then in the final series, we're going to be going over some portfolio projects. In this video in particular, we're going to be downloading SQL Server Management Studio. We're going to be creating our tables, inserting data into our tables, and then in future videos, we're going to actually learn how to query those tables. If you already have SQL Server Management Studio downloaded, you can skip ahead to where we actually create tables and insert the data into the tables. If you don't care about that at all and you're just looking at how to query, I would skip to the next video where we actually start querying the data that we inserted into those tables.
What did I do?
So to download SQL Server Management Studio, you actually have to download 2 things.
My bad.
And I have both those right here. I'm going to leave those in the descriptions that you guys have those.
Okay, so that was the intro. So we owe our first set of 10 push-ups. What up, Razikata? Hello. There is an echo. I'm sorry, that might be my laptop. Let me see what I can do. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go get my headphones. And this is what happens when you don't plan these things out. You just kind of start winging it, which is what I tend to do. Alrighty, let me know if it keeps going.
But this one is to actually download SQL Server Management Studio. So let's go down here. I actually deleted it off.
Somebody let me know if we're good. Yeah, my laptop's a little bit long in the tooth. So good now? Okay, appreciate it, Razikata. Okay, so what's gonna happen now? I'm gonna knock out the 10 push-ups. I will let you know that I'm gonna let it play through where he talks about the downloads so people can see it, and I'll just talk about the experience that I had. I deleted and re-downloaded these programs. I've not used them in a while, and so I just wanted to talk people through that. I think in Alex's video, he just kind of says, download this. Okay, we're moving. It was a little bit more of a challenge for me, and it took a little while, and I hit a couple of hijinks that I want to highlight. So without further ado, 10 push-ups, let's do it. Alrighty. Betty, you are an absolute superman. Thanks for coming, and thanks for coming tonight, Razikata. If you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, all about it. Unless we're already connected. I don't know if Razikata is your real name. I'm guessing not. All right.
My computer so I can walk through this with you guys. So we're going to download that. Let's also go over here. This is actually a server. So we have to download a SQL server. And if you go down right here, there's a free version. Now, I don't need the developer version. I'm just going to download the Express version. It's actually smaller. So let's download that as well. Now, once this is done running, we're going to open it up and I'll show you what to do next. So it just finished running. Let's click on it.
That takes a while.
All right, so we need to install it. We're going to click yes, and this is going to take a little while. So this popped up. I clicked install, and it's been running for the past couple of minutes. Apparently, I was not recording, so I apologize for that, but that's all I did.
Yeah, SQL Server Management Studio takes a bit to download.
I'm actually going to pull it up right here. And let's open it up. Now, when it pulls up, it's going to ask you to connect to a server, and that's why we downloaded the SQL Express server. So let's connect to that.
Hey, video games.
In light of your unique situation, joining us.
Yeah, so I just want to mention it actually took me a while to download, and then if you are on a Windows machine, it said when I tried to install SQL Server again, it said this is not a Microsoft approved product. So I had to go into settings for the apps and say that I would tolerate non-Microsoft non-Microsoft apps. So just make sure you're on the lookout for that. That took me a bit to find that setting and unswitch that.
And there you go. It's as easy as that. So now we have SQL Server Management Studio set up and we are good to go. So the first thing that we need to do is actually create a database. So let's go over here to databases and let's click new database. And let's just do SQL tutorial. Keep it simple. And if we click that, it's going to create our database for us. Now, when you open up the database, there's going to be a lot of stuff. You really do not need to know all this. Really, what we're going to be sticking to is this.
All right, so let's do that. Not sure if there's a way other than sharing my whole desktop. I suppose I could do that. Nah, then we lose the sound. Can't do that. Okay. I am just going to copy along with him. So we're going to create a database. Here's back up just a second so I can follow along.
So let's go over here to databases and let's click new database. And let's just do SQL tutorial. Keep it simple. And if we click that, it's going to create our database for us. Now, when you open up the database, there's going to be a lot of stuff. You really do not need to know all this. Really, what we're going to be sticking to is this tables right here. As of right now, we do not have any tables, so we need to create tables. Now, there's two ways that you can do that. You can click right here and you can go to new and create table. We're not actually going to do that. We're going to create it using a script or a T-SQL. So we're going to go over here and do new query, and we will get started on actually creating the two tables that we're going to be using for all the stuff going forward. All right, so let's get rid of me.
So
far. Really don't need to be seeing me anymore. Let's get started by doing our very first table, which is going to be our employee demographics table. So let's start off by saying create table, and we have to name it.
I'm going to pause him real quick because my management studio is moving a little slow. Okay, let's go again.
So let's do employee demographics and enter down. We want to do an open parenthesis. Now we need to specify what our column names are going to be and what the data type is for each column. So let's start off with employee ID, and we want that to be an integer. So that'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, anything numeric. Now we want to do first name, and let's make that varchar 50. If you don't know what these data types are, that's okay. That will probably be covered in a different video.
Variable,
it's not really
character,
necessary
and
for
integer.
this video. Let's do last name. We'll also make that varchar 50. Let's do age. Make that an integer. And very last, let's do gender. And we will make that varchar 50 as well. So
I always
now
forget
we
to put the
have our very
commas
first
at the end of the
table.
lines.
Let's run that and we'll see if it works. We'll go over here and we'll refresh our tables. And there you go. So we have our very first.
Okay, so run, the hotkey is F5. Hey, look, commands completed successfully, but F5 obviously also pauses the video, as you can see.
Table.
So
let's go up here. Let's get rid of this one. And now let's create our second table. So we're going to do basically the exact same thing, but we're going to have a little bit different information in it. This is going to be our employee salary table. So let's do create table. And again, we need to name it. And
okay, so I don't know what he did there with kind of bracketing that first query. So, and usually what I tend to do is just start a new query anyway. So I'm just starting a new query. You can't see it, just trust me on this. Oh, good. Okay. Oops, did not mean to do that. Where are we? Second, there we go.
And again, we need to name it. And enter and open parentheses. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do employee ID. Let's make that an integer. Now we want the job title because we want to know what they do. And this one is going to be varchar 50 because we keep it pretty simple.
He did a car char there. It's supposed to be
and
me
then
that
for our very last
sucks
one,
at
we're going to do
typing.
salary, and that will be integer as well.
And I just spelled salary wrong.
So
after
let's
I talk
create
trash.
this table. Let's see if it is there. And there we go. So let's open up one of these tables really quick, see what's in there, see what it looks like. As you can see, we do not have any information in there. When you create a new table, sometimes when you open it up, you're going to see this. If you want to get rid of that, you just need to do I think it's called a hard refresh or something like that, but you can do Control-Shift-R. Let's see if it works for me. I just did it. All right, and it goes away. So now
yeah, okay, so just to point out, when I built mine and executed those queries, nothing showed up in that Object Explorer, that left pane. But you see there's a little circle line there. That is to refresh. Once I clicked refresh, then my table showed up. So he's in dbo.employee demographics. The dbo dot is just the database prefix. It's just the naming for the tables.
recognizes it as a table. So we're good there. Let's go back here and let's get rid of all this. We've already created our tables. Now we want to insert the data into our tables. So let's see what that looks like. Let's do insert into, and now we need to specify what table we're inserting our data into. So let's start off with employee demographics. Let's do values. So now we have to select what values we're going to put into this table. So now we're going to have to do the employee ID. So let's do 1001. And then we're going to do first name. So let's do Jim. Last name, Halpert. And then his age, let's say he's 30. And he is a male. Now, just for fun, let's execute that. Let's go back to this table right here and execute. And as you can see, all of our information actually went in there. So now we have his employee ID.
So mine froze there for a second, so I'm going to pause.
Now, we need a lot more information for this table in order to actually learn a lot of the
stuff freezing up all over the
querying
place.
the table.
My laptop's going rampant.
I'm actually going to go through and add a ton more information. I'm not going to bore you through that, but I will show you the final product before I actually hit execute. So stick with me. I'm actually just going to cut to the end where I insert all my stuff down here. And then if you want that, I'll probably leave it in the description or maybe put it on my GitHub or something so that you can easily just go copy and paste that if that's what you want to do.
Okay, now we're paused.
So I'll see you in a few seconds.
All right, yeah, sorry about that. That was my laptop being crappy. So I'm thinking maybe next time I will just do this on my work computer and uh, just do the SQL stuff on my laptop. So as soon as I can get this back functioning, we will continue. Appreciate you guys sticking this out through the, oh neat, my computer created a backup. Okay, appreciate you guys sticking this one out. Um, so where we are is, yeah, right now I've got to reshare the Alex portion. Here, let me maximize Opera. I've got to go back to presenting, share screen. Hopefully this time doesn't blow up on me. SQL basics, share Alex. There we go. All right. Someday I'm gonna look back on this and laugh. Maybe you will too. And I realize we need to pay back. All right. I owe you 10 more push-ups. Let's knock them out now. Sweatshirt's feeling like a bad idea at this point. It's I put it on earlier because I had to do my cold shower for 75 hard, but now it's a little toasty. Okay, so he had put in Jim Halpert, 30, male. I can't remember if this is Postgres, I think, for SQL Server Management Studio. But please take note that you need the single quotes to put strings in. All right. So what happened before was my SQL Server Management Studio froze. and then YouTube wasn't pausing, and then everything just crapped to bed. So we're going to go ahead and execute, putting in Jim Halpert. Yes, one row affected. All right, now
Let's
we're caught up.
execute that. Let's go
One
back
row affected. I
to
got the
this
same.
table right here and execute. And as you can see, all of our information actually went in there. So now we have his employee ID, his first name, his last name, age, and gender. Now we need.
Okay, so we're going back to the, let me just catch up real quick. We're going back to employee demographics. You just right click on the table name, select top 1000 rows. That's usually the quickest way to get into it. And yep, there we go. Jim Halpert, employee number
a lot more
1001.
information for this table in order to actually learn a lot of the concepts of querying the table. So I'm actually going to go through and add a ton more information. I'm not going to bore you through that, but I will show you the
I'm not
final
going to do
product
that.
before I actually hit execute. So stick with me. I'm actually just going to cut to the end where I insert all my stuff down here. And then if you want that, I'll probably leave it in the description or maybe put it in my GitHub or something so that you can easily just go copy and paste that if that's what you want to do.
We'll do that
so
later.
I'll see you in a few seconds.
All right.
All right, so I have all.
So this is a new section. Let's do 10 more. All righty, let's go. And that's 30 by my count. Okay, so if you ever watch Alex's videos, which you should, he really likes playing with TV characters, movie characters, Star Wars, Star Trek, all that sort of stuff. So you can see these are all the characters from The Office. Oh, come on now.
All my values right here. I actually am going to take this one out because I already did that one. But this is our additional information. Let's insert that into our table real quick and go back here and take a look at it. And there you go. This is going to be our core information that we are querying off of in future videos. So that table is completely finished. Let's go back here. We're going to get rid of this because now we want to insert our information to our other table. So let's do insert into, and let's do employee, and now we're going to do salary. So let's do values to specify that we're inserting values into there. And in this one, we have employee ID. So again, let's do 1001. That's Jim. His job title is salesman. And let's say his salary is $45,000. And let's execute that. And you can't see it, but down here it says it's done. Let's go to that table. And as you can see, that is inserted. I'm going to do the exact same thing as I did before. I am going to fill out all these, and in a second, it will be done on your side. And then again, I will leave it in the description, or I'm going to put it on my GitHub, and you guys can just copy and paste that if that's what you want to do, or you can write it out, whatever you want to do. All right, just like before, I'm going to get rid of this first one.
Okay.
That is Jim. He is already done. Now let's insert this information. It is finished.
Okay, I'm
let's
not
go
going to
back
copy
here,
that.
And there we go.
But I do see
now
that
we have both of our
we've got
tables and we
the
are
data
good
in
to
there.
go for future videos. So thank you so much for sticking all the way through this one. In the next video, we're going to actually begin querying the table and learning the select, the from, the where, the group by, and the order by statement. Everything is in these upcoming videos. So stick around and we will learn all of that together. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this type of content, be sure to subscribe below, and I'll see you in the next video.
Alrighty.
Exam Topics is the go-to source for thousands.
Nope, shush. Okay. We're going to give Alex a thumbs up. I'm already obviously subscribed to his channel. Let me minimize. Actually, you know what? Let's just. All right, so I'm going to stop screen. I'm going to present share screen, application window, and we'll just show SQL Server. Nope. Not like that. Okay. So you can see, I mean, that's where I was checking. Let's kill that one. Okay, so there you can see I did that first row, insert into employee salary, the values, salesman is the title of Jim Halpert's job, 45,000 is his salary. That's kind of sad. Yeah, if anyone out there is working for 45K, I'm sorry. Yeah, hope you get a promotion soon. But okay, so that is, sorry about that hiccup there. Like I said, starting tomorrow, I will be back in lovely sunny North Carolina at the home office with the Gucci setup, not fly by night working off of my busted laptop. So yeah, appreciate everybody that came. Razikata, Betty Barrera, Naeem Chowdhury, great to see you all. And yeah, it's only going to get better from here. So yeah, next, like Alex said, the next video, which I may not be able to do tomorrow because it's kind of a drive. It's like 11 hours from here. The next video is going to be, select from where and then get into the group by, order by. These videos are short. You can see that one was like 8 or 9 minutes. My video is 26 and counting. But he just burns through, and he's kind of no nonsense. It's like you work on it on your own. He's going to show you how to do it, and it's up to you to get the reps. So I do like his teaching method, which he's refined over the years. You can see his teaching videos are much longer now. So all right, without further ado, we have done 30 push-ups. I owe 20 more. Let's go knock them out, and then we'll be done. All righty. Pretty warm now. So, okay, I will see you all on the next video. Hope you're enjoying the show. Talk to you later.